Mark your calendars, because Apple just officially announced WWDC 2026, and for the first time in history, they are completely breaking their own golden rule. Usually, Apple hides behind vague event invites and cryptic logos. But this time, they are directly and publicly teasing massive, ecosystem-wide AI upgrades. We are talking about iOS 27, macOS 27, and the complete rebirth of Apple Intelligence. If you own an iPhone or a Mac, this is exactly the update you have been waiting years for. Let's be brutally honest for a second. For years, Siri has felt completely left behind. We have been hearing endless rumors about a next-generation assistant, but iOS 27 is where Apple is finally pulling the trigger. Imagine a Siri that actually understands your personal context, actively sees what is on your screen, and can seamlessly perform complex tasks across different apps without dropping the ball. No more "here's what I found on the web" when you ask a simple question. We are talking about deep, system-wide awareness that makes your devices genuinely smart. But it gets even crazier. Reports are heavily pointing to Apple rolling out a full-blown, chatbot-style version of Siri designed to go head-to-head with ChatGPT and Claude. Even wilder? We know Apple has partnered with Google to use Gemini as the massive powerhouse backbone for some of these top-tier features. Whether Apple drops the full rollout this year or just gives us an early developer preview, this is no longer just another boring, routine software update. This is a complete paradigm shift for how you use your Apple devices. And because Apple loves ecosystem parity, this new AI thread isn't just for the iPhone. It is going to connect everything. The iPad, the Mac, the Apple Watch, and even the Vision Pro are all getting pulled into this massive new intelligence network. So, here are the official details you need to know. The event officially kicks off with the main keynote on Monday, June 8 at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. It is going to be a primarily online, free event for developers, but Apple is hosting an exclusive, in-person experience right at Apple Park. If you are a developer or a student, you have until March 30th to enter the random lottery to actually be there on day one. WWDC 2026 is shaping up to be the most consequential Apple event in a decade. Are you ready for a completely AI-powered Apple ecosystem, or do you think they are too late to the chatbot party? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our full WWDC coverage, and I will see you in the next one. And just when you think you've seen everything Apple might bring to the table, there's another layer to this that makes WWDC 2026 even more important than it looks on the surface. Privacy. Because here's the biggest difference between Apple and almost every other company in the AI race. Apple doesn't just want powerful AI. They want private AI. While most platforms rely heavily on cloud processing, sending your data to massive servers somewhere far away, Apple is pushing something very different. On-device intelligence. That means your data stays on your device. Your photos. Your messages. Your personal information. Analyzed locally. Processed instantly. And never exposed unless absolutely necessary. Now think about how powerful that could be. An AI that knows your schedule, understands your habits, helps you write messages, organize your life, and complete tasks. But doesn't compromise your privacy to do it. That's not just a feature. That's a philosophy. And if Apple can truly pull this off at scale, it could redefine what people expect from AI entirely. Because suddenly, it's not just about what AI can do. It's about how safely it can do it. Now let's go deeper into how this could actually show up in your daily life. Imagine opening your Messages app. Before you even reply, your device suggests responses that sound like you. Not robotic. Not generic. But natural. Personal. Almost indistinguishable from something you would type yourself. Or imagine searching for a photo. Not by scrolling endlessly, but by simply describing what you remember. A sunset at the beach with friends. And instantly, it's there. No effort. No frustration. Just results. Now take that same intelligence and apply it to your entire system. Emails that organize themselves. Notifications that actually matter. Apps that anticipate what you need next. It's not about adding more features. It's about removing friction. And that's where Apple thrives. Now here's something that could quietly become one of the biggest changes of all. Cross-device intelligence. Right now, your iPhone, your Mac, your iPad, they're connected. But with deeper AI integration, they could start working together in a way that feels almost unified. Start a task on one device. Finish it on another. Without thinking. Without syncing manually. Without interruptions. Everything just flows. And that's when your devices stop feeling like separate tools. And start feeling like one system. Now let's talk about timing. Because Apple didn't randomly choose to highlight AI this year. The pressure is real. The competition is moving fast. Tools like ChatGPT and Google Gemini are evolving at an incredible pace. And users are starting to expect more. Smarter assistance. Faster results. Deeper understanding. Apple knows this. And they've taken their time. Quietly building. Refining. Waiting. But now they're ready to show something. And when Apple decides to move, they move big. Now imagine the ripple effect of this event. Developers leave WWDC inspired. They start building apps powered by Apple's new AI tools. Apps become smarter, more helpful, more intuitive. And over time, the entire App Store transforms. Not overnight, but steadily, consistently, until one day you look back and realize everything feels different. Now here's the part that should really grab your attention. This isn't just about improving your current devices. This is about preparing for what comes next. Because AI isn't just a feature. It's the foundation of future technology. Wearables. Smart homes. Augmented reality. Everything becomes smarter when intelligence is built in. And WWDC 2026 could be the moment Apple lays that foundation in a serious way. So when you watch that keynote, you're not just watching an update. You're watching a direction. A shift. A glimpse into where Apple is heading next. And whether you realize it or not, that direction will shape the devices you use for years to come. So now the question becomes even bigger. If Apple truly delivers on this vision of intelligent, private, seamless AI, will it just improve your experience? Or will it completely redefine what you expect from technology itself? Something just changed, and Apple didn't even try to hide it this time. For the first time in years, Apple is openly talking about something they usually keep quiet. Artificial intelligence. And it's all leading to one event, WWDC 2026. Now at first, you might think, okay, another Apple event. Another software update. But this one feels different. Because Apple didn't just announce the dates. They teased something big. Something that could completely reshape how you use your iPhone, your Mac, your entire Apple ecosystem. And if you're not paying attention right now, you might miss the moment everything changes. WWDC 2026 is officially set to kick off on June 8th, running through June 12th. And just like before, it's mostly online, open to developers around the world. But here's the part that matters. Apple is already hinting that this event will revolve around AI. Not rumors. Not leaks. Apple themselves said it. And that alone tells you everything. Because Apple doesn't tease unless they're ready to deliver. Now think about the past few years. We've heard promises. We've seen hints. We've waited for something that makes Apple's assistant actually feel smart. And yet, somehow, it always felt like something was missing. But now? This could be the turning point. Because everything points toward a completely reimagined version of Siri. Not just a voice assistant that answers questions, but something that understands you. Your habits. Your apps. Your intentions. Imagine asking your phone to do something complex, and it just does it. No repeating yourself. No switching between apps. No frustration. Just results. Instantly. That's the kind of shift Apple has been building toward. And WWDC 2026 might finally be where it all comes together. But here's where things get even more interesting. Apple isn't just upgrading Siri. They might be entering the AI race in a completely new way. There are strong hints that Apple is working on a chatbot-style experience, something that can compete with tools like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and Claude. Now let that sink in. Apple stepping directly into that space. And not just copying what others are doing, but integrating it across everything. Your messages, your photos, your emails, your files, your apps. Everything connected. Everything aware. And that's where Apple has an advantage no one else can match. Because they don't just build software. They control the entire ecosystem. Which means this AI won't feel like an add-on. It'll feel like it's built into your life. Naturally. Seamlessly. Quietly powerful. Now imagine this. You're working on your Mac. You start typing something, and your system already knows what you're trying to do. It suggests actions. Finds files. Pulls information. Completes tasks. All without you asking. Not in a creepy way, but in a helpful, almost invisible way. That's the kind of intelligence Apple is aiming for. And if they get it right, it won't just be impressive. It'll be addictive. But WWDC isn't just about AI. At its core, this is still Apple's biggest software event of the year. We're expecting updates across the board. iOS, macOS, iPadOS, watchOS, tvOS, even visionOS. Everything moving forward together. But this time, there's a common thread tying it all together. AI. Not as a feature, but as the foundation. Which means every device you use could suddenly feel smarter, more connected, more aware, and more useful than ever before. Now here's something else to think about. Developers. Because WWDC isn't just for users. It's where developers get access to the future. New tools. New frameworks. New possibilities. And if Apple is going all in on AI, that means developers will too. Which means the apps you use every day are about to get a lot more powerful, a lot more intelligent, a lot more personalized. And that's when the real transformation begins. Not during the keynote, but in the months that follow. When everything you use starts to evolve. Now picture this moment. The keynote begins. Millions of people watching. Waiting. And Apple finally shows what they've been building. A smarter Siri. A new AI experience. A glimpse into the future of computing. If they deliver, this could be one of the most important WWDC events in years. Maybe even the most important. Because this isn't just another update cycle. This is Apple stepping into a new era. An era where your devices don't just respond. They understand. So the real question is, when Apple finally reveals everything, will it change how you use your devices? Or will it change what you expect from them forever?